Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shokugeki no Souma, San no Sara, or you could call it Shokugeki no Souma 3rd season, or Food Wars, the 3rd plate on episode 4. This episode right here was really good. It was what I really wanted to see, and I never thought it'd be happening. Well, it was going to happen anyway, but in other cases, I'm just saying that I was really happy how it went, and I was really looking forward to see the results of how the anime onlys will be shocked about how things are about to go. And if anything else, let's just get this started right away. We have to it that Sakaki and what's the other girl's name? Dang it! All I know is she's she's a flat-chested girl. orange hair. Forgot her. If anything, we have to it that they came by to visit Kuga's restaurant, especially Souma's stall. And of course, Kuga has become a total A-wipe by telling him to close up and he'll remember him in a sarcastic way. But apparently, Souma does not take this lightly and he does not really take him seriously. While the next day, or maybe the night comes, Souma gets ready to ask a couple favors, which in turn might help him out in terms of the tide of the war against Kuga. And of course, we see to it that Megumi ends up asking some help while Souma's making his new dish right now. And apparently, we have to it that when the Saturday came, that's when more customers come by. Because when it comes to the weekdays, not a lot of people will come by because everyone will be working, obviously, in the community, etc. You'll get what I mean. And of course, there's some plays where some people are going all out. And of course, we have to it that Souma asked one of his buddies from his district, where his Yukihira Dina's at, asks him to maybe help out, ask him for help, and he actually gave him some benches and maybe small tables. And we have to it that Kuga, on the other hand, praises Souma for getting ready, but it's not going to be any useful. But Souma, on the other hand, says, this is my first Moon Festival, but in terms of service industry and actual restaurants go, I'm 10 years ahead of you. And Kuga took this as an insult, and we have to it that Souma prepares his dish against Kuga's that will actually get the attention of the customers. And he did tell Kuga, I told you I'm gonna beat you with my own cooking, And therefore he asked a friend from the district, which I forgot his name, to try out the dish, and he actually really liked it. But apparently it's not really working right now, and we see to it that that there's one problem that everyone is facing in a restaurant. Souma tells his friend when you always have a restaurant, you're always gonna have customers filling up and waiting in line, and they will get really, really annoyed and ticked off to a certain fact because they don't like waiting for too long. And we have to it that he tells his friend to open up the meatball, which I forgot to mention in Yukihira Souma's dish, by the way, to open up a fragrance, which apparently is complete. And therefore, we have to it that Kuga is really surprised to see what that meatball had, and it was curry. And we have to it that it actually helped a lot. It actually attracted a lot of people, while Souma explains how he gets the beef bone stock in the base and add it with garlic and ginger, create a special curry broth, and then ends up using it as some kind of moon. And therefore, put it gently and solidify it and put it in a meatball, break it open. The moment it works, it tastes really great. And therefore, he calls it the countdown mop with curry noodles, apparently, which is Yukihira's dish revised. And we have to it that everyone gets attracted by this, and therefore gets ready to go to a stall. And therefore Kuga realizes that the meatball that Yukihira Souma was using was a lion's head stew. And he realizes that Yukihira Souma was actually a pretty tough opponent now, because he thought he was just a little small house cat that he could just annihilate as a lion. But now he's turned into a ferocious lion to say, I'm ready to kill you, And we see to it that we see other people are doing their booths as well, such as Nikumi and Aldini Takumi. And we have to it that Takumi ends up looking at a person walking by and going somewhere. And therefore he realizes something was suspicious. And we have to it that Kuga tells Yukihira that he must be reaching his limit now, because his hands are full due to the fact he's only one person. But Subaru Mimasaka or something, or Subaru in other cases, shows up to help Yukihira Souma out, but Subaru, on the other hand, says like, I need to work on my perfect trace a bit. Let me use your diner. And we have to it that it was that when one of Yukihira's friend, which is a girl, honestly, went to go visit Yukihira's diner, it was actually Subaru training there. And therefore, Subaru coming in to help out Souma and cook actually gave him a little small heads-up advantage. But apparently, along with Megumi's help of doing customer service, it actually came out pretty well. But we also see to it that we get to a scene switch with like Hayama and Ryokun and Alice-chan, who apparently has an idea what to do, and Alice-chan asks Hayama to work on the curry. And of course, we have one guy who keeps an eye on Alice and Ryokun for a while. And that guy, I will tell you right now, little minor spoiler up ahead, he will have a role to play in the future. Well, not much of a big role, but you could say somewhat of a certain cameo, possibly. That's all I can really tell you. And we see to it that more service came by from Megumi's research society that ends up putting up lanterns at Yukihira's stall. And it seems like to me it's looking pretty good. But apparently their hands are being... Subaru and Yukihira along with Megumi, their hands are pretty full right now and they're about to be in trouble. And we have to it that Yukihira Souma was going to go help Megumi out with the black pork pepper buns, but Nikumi calls Souma an idiot and tells him to let her handle it. So Nikumi comes out to help out Souma and ends up saying that I helped you work on this black pepper pork buns. I could do it with my eyes closed, you know? I'm thinking about yeah, girl, that's how we do it. And we have to it that Takumi Aldini and his brother decides to help out too. And therefore, this gives Souma a big advantage. Even Kuga was surprised to see to it that Yukihira has gotten his crew all together and getting ready to like whoop him down. Even right now, we have to it that Subaru, Souma, Aldini, and his brother with Nikumi, Megumi, and everyone else working together to keep things very good. Even Kuga realizes that all this time that what Souma has been building up was his own restaurant the entire time. And they only have 1 hour to try to make the day's sales tallied. And therefore, they all go like, all right, let's push all the way to the finish line. And we had to it that Yukihira's friend who from the district from a bento shop, Tomitaya, ends up meeting a guy from a Darn RS, and they go like, it seems like you're not a stranger to me. And I'm thinking in my mind, that's because both y'all like went through the same thing. And apparently we have to it that Kuga's restaurant got in second place, while Yukihira Souma took first place with this Chinese cuisine stall, which apparently gave everyone a chance. That gives a big leap for Souma, who managed to get out of the red zone, and therefore everyone gives each other a high five and says thanks for eating, and therefore was really satisfied. Then the credits started to roll. But there was actually a post-credit scene involving Alice-chan making some kind of chocolate that involves curry, apparently. And it actually became satisfying with the customers, and it helps out Alice, too. And she was pretty cute with her freaking derpy faces, you know? I mean, she's like one of the girls that I could never get tired of, okay? She's just freaking cute in terms of being childish in a certain way, but in many other ways to one. Even Hayama smiled at this, while Shiomi, who was watching from the distance, says, I'm so glad you're making friends! I'm thinking about my dear lord. We also see to it that Erina and Hisako are done with the customers, and apparently there's one table that Erina has left open for, and we all possibly know who that person is, apparently. Even so, like, I'm pretty sure you saw it in Season 1 and Season 2 by now, that Erina left that table open for Joichiro Souma, or Yukihira Souma's father. And we have to it that we get to see the first seat, Eishi-san, or Tsukasa, I don't know. All I know is the first seat of the Elite 10 just cooking, and he seems to have these eyes of death or something. But next episode is called The Darkening Dinner Table. This is where I believe the crazy event is about to start that's currently happening in the manga right now. Those of you guys who are up to date with the manga would know what I'm talking about. Those who are just anime onlys, I will tell you right now, be prepared for what's to come later in the future, because this is where like things would just get really, really tough, and for not only Souma but for all of his friends and allies as well. I mean, like it will get tough. But anyways, overall, if you guys are confused with the details and don't like detailed things like that, all I can really give you in simple couple sentences is that Yukihiro Souma built up his restaurant and he managed to like beat Kuga senpai with the help of his friends Miyamasaka Subaru, Takumi Aldini and his brother, Nikumi, Megumi, and pretty much had all the help from his friends to manage to get first place and ruins the first place streak from Kuga himself. But also, like the reason why Kuga lost is because his line had gotten too long, and as Yukihiro Souma did it before, he stole his customers who were supposed to be in line for his restaurant, etc. So overall, I gotta say, pretty slick episode. Well done, Yukihiro Souma. I've been waiting for this event against Souma against Kuga senpai for a very long time, and the way how they done it to this day is really satisfying. I gotta say, I'm really happy. Can't wait for more. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Doo-doo-doo!